Welcome to part 2 of my podcast for K12 Online. In this segment, I want to look at us as characters in this evolving story. As I mentioned in the first segment of my podcast, this is a story about systemic change and an upheaval in economics, and the way things are realigning themselves in this hyper-competitive and self-organizing global environment. It's a story about educators and really everyone who's struggling to react and respond to this avalanche of change. And we're working with systems and organizations that were created to perform and to educate people in a different era. Students and teachers who fail to realize this and fail to learn how to survive this avalanche will jeopardize their advancement. Luckily, survival skills based on collaboration and collective action are emerging and within reach. So we can all survive this avalanche of change by actively building our own systems, our own environments, by decentralizing our actions and then aggregating our actions and learning from each other. Toddlers are these amazing and interesting characters. They're natural learners. They love to explore everything. And more importantly, they love to share what they're learning. But somewhere along the way, we lose this. We lose this natural curiosity, and we lose our ability to share or our need to share. In the industrial era, for efficiency, we put content into silos. Not only was content isolated, but topics were discarded, topics that students loved and were passionate about. This industrial era system created a large disconnect between what we were learning and what we loved and what we were curious about. Meanwhile, the 21st century comes around and more students realize that they don't like to disconnect from what they love and have passions about. And the industrial era silo-based school requires that they do. Learning about many subjects is only a click away. The issue is that we need new skills to fully engage in this type of learning. These skills based on collaboration and collective action are only emerging, and many are not even realized. I believe that these skills are inherent within all of us. We just need to nurture them. There are fascinating laws that govern this new learning network. The more people in the network, the more powerful the network becomes, and what many have found, including myself, is that the more you produce content for the network, the more you will attract others and the more you will learn. So based on these laws, to fully engage in this new learning, we need to learn to produce, and more importantly, we need to learn how to share. We need to become explorers again, creating content with these existing and emerging communication and publication tools, and we need to be more effective in managing that content, and we need to be more effective in how we share that content. So what does this mean to me as a character in this story? I'm shifting to producing more, as evidence of this podcast. I'm shifting from a passive learner to more engaged explorer, and I'm learning how to leverage my network so that I can learn more effectively. We are all caught up in this upheaval in economics. We're all part of this big story as commerce realigns itself in a hyper-competitive and self-organizing environment. To deal with this complexity and to be a player in the story, we as individuals, we're facing significant change. We can survive by engaging ourselves in this active learning and by managing our own learning networks, learning how to do that, leveraging the strengths of collaboration and collective action. Wanted to give credit to the following Creative Commons photographers, and also to the audio from, it's actually Op Sound, and the performer is Macroform. And the song is titled Ready to Go Up Higher. So I'll stop talking, and please leave your ideas and suggestions, comments, whatever, on SwitchSpace. That's SWITCH space.wikispaces.com.